Podcast back. Week 3. Got Wick. You got Max. You got Craig. What's up, guys?
How's it going around the league, everybody? This is Krebs talking.
Oh, we couldn't tell who you were. Thanks for telling us.
Yeah. Well, nice introduction there, Craig. Really?
Hey, this is Craig. I'm not Max or Rick. You can tell because this is my voice.
See, that's when people think that they'll probably think that's me. So now you're really just confusing them all. Great start.
Eventful week in the league. A lot of trades going on. A lot of post-week 3 drama. What are your guys' takes right now?
A whole one trade. Crazy.
Hey, man, it was a big trade. It had 8 players involved. 8 players. Craig and I had before that went down. Craig and I had talked about potentially doing a trade. So there was, and I'm sure there was other trades going on behind the scenes that just didn't pan out. Wick, you had some thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get into those in a minute. Before I forget, what is everyone drinking tonight?
I might go grab a. What is that? What do you got there?
I got a nice Tropicalia over here. The drink of
Okay.
champions. Or
There you
actually, since it's brewed in Athens, the drink of silver medalists.
Yeah, man. It's too bad too because I really like Georgia this year. I like them to finish second again. So, I mean, speaking of finishing second, what's up with that Clemson quarterback transferring?
Big news today, in case you missed it. Kelly Bryant, 2-time playoff starter, I believe. Or no, just one time.
I think just one.
Just last year.
He only has 2 losses on his resume. He got Jalen Hurts, but I guess
Jalen Hurts won a national championship.
He got Jalen Hurts, except he didn't play bad, and Jalen did. Sorry, Jalen.
he didn't play great.
I mean, he was pretty good.
He was fine, but I saw that whatever the guy behind him is, the guy that really looks like Sunshine from
Sunshine.
Remember the Titans? I mean, apparently he has 9 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a really, really, really good passer rating or something.
Yeah, he's 23rd in the country currently in passing touchdowns, and he didn't start 3 of the 4 games.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I remember wasn't he the number 1 overall recruit? Was it the guy Georgia got?
It was Georgia.
Okay.
So, fun fact for the league, I am now close work friends with Justin Fields' mom, who is that Georgia number 1 quarterback. So, my plan is now to spend the next 12 months convincing Justin's mom that Georgia is the wrong place for him, and thereby winning us the 2020 SEC championship. You're welcome in advance.
Well, are you gonna try and pitch Alabama or what? For him to
slowly. I got to infiltrate her mind.
But what about Tua's younger brother? I mean,
well, I'm not saying go to Bama. I'm saying go to anywhere but Georgia.
Sure.
So maybe a nice little transfer to NC State. Who knows? I mean, worked for Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wait,
Wilson transferred.
Yeah,
Wilson transferred to Wisconsin. He transferred away from it.
and it got the Rose Bowl. Not a Rose Bowl win though.
Craig and his technicalities. All right, big news right now. There's a lot of trades being offered left and right. We already had the mega trade between Max and Tilka, basically changing half their teams. I need some hot takes on this. Craig, I'll start with you.
Oh, great. This will be fun.
So, Max and I have talked about this trade a decent amount today because, like he said, we had something going. Then he was like, well, I have something with Tilka after our trade fell through. And then as I was the first one to see it because he was like, yeah, whatever we're about to do is big. And I immediately checked, and this came on my fucking screen. And no matter how much he tries to convince me otherwise, I still think Max lost the trade, but not in the Jared Cohen, oh, you got trade raped kind of, you lost the trade, but in the, I don't think giving up Rob Gronkowski and Michael Thomas is worth it for Juju Smith-Schuster. Because I know Max has been jerking off Juju, whether he did it just to piss off Luke or Antonio Brown, which he will punch you in the face if you say anything else about Juju there, Krebs. But Max Liza really like Juju this year.
Yeah, Antonio Brown will hit me in the face. The jaw specifically, right? Nobody's there.
I saw him kick someone in the face before.
Yeah.
So I think Max, the diadem in the crown for Max was the Juju Smith-Schuster piece. And Tilka, I think, he got Michael Thomas and Rob Gronkowski. I think Tyler Boyd has good upside as long as A.J. Green keeps playing and he gets a ton of targets. But Crowell for carry on, I would say that's slightly towards carry on, but just because he's an unknown and probably get more carries than Crowell would.
Yeah, so to me, I think this trade is interesting because, gun to my head, I think I would say Max wins this because I just believe in carry-on's potential more. But if I had to pick a winner of this trade, I actually think Tilka wins more often. He just has a lower ceiling because I think Crowell is pretty much locked into that starter job for a long time unless he gets hurt. But I don't think he has potential for like a 1,400-yard season like I believe Carry-On actually does.
So these are my thoughts.
Wow.
So Crowell, obviously he's played really well at this point. I think he's 8. I think I checked before this podcast. He's 8th overall for running backs. But obviously that's not sustainable. I don't think anyone here believes that he can finish 8th at running back. I think that he has talent, but like he's been carried by touchdowns, and I'm a Julio guy, so I'm a yards guy, right? Because touchdowns, you just don't know.
You're so full of shit.
Touchdowns, you just don't know if you're going to keep getting them.
It's not the Crowell for carry-on part. It's the Juju for.
Yes, but
even if you say Juju for Gronk and ODB for Michael Thomas, Odell Beckham is sucked this year. Michael Thomas is getting the ball like 20 times a fucking game.
I'll tell you, I'll be the first to say the best player in this trade was obviously Michael Thomas. Like, no question.
I think so.
Honestly, he's a top 3 player in fantasy. He is. And so that's why I originally had him as untradeable.
Also, in case anyone's unclear, Tyler Boyd is basically a zero value here. That's just a roster spot. That's not an asset. That's top of the waiver wire.
Ilka suggested him. So
there you go.
The original trade was going to be 3 for 3. I didn't even need who's the tight end for the Vikings again that he included? Rudolph. I didn't even ask for Rudolph initially because I have Jordan Reed, who I'm fine starting at tight end.
So
I have no problem.
That's part of the problem, I think. That's part of the reason I think Max wins here is because Tilka gained a Bengals player, and from my experience, Tilka, you're fucked, man. Sorry, that's on you.
Yeah. So my last thoughts in the trade was yes, I lost Michael Thomas, and that really does hurt like bad because he's that he's going to get like a fuck ton of targets every week. But I do feel really good about Mike Evans this year, and having Odell Beckham Jr. as my wide receiver 2. Yeah, I know.
Fuck you.
Fuck Mike Evans. I don't know if you were asleep by that point or not, but
I wasn't, but I was crying. I'll give you that.
you had a nightmare at night. You woke up in tears and sweat. And he looked.
No, so I had to stay awake because FIFA 19 was being released at midnight. So I had to suffer through that entire fourth quarter until 4 minutes left.
That's fantastic. So anyways, back to what I was trying to say. Like, Mike Evans is obviously my wide receiver 1 at this point, but I'm okay with Odell Beckham Jr. being a wide receiver 2 because he's going to eventually get touchdowns. Like, every year of his career, besides last year when he got hurt, he always had at least 10 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards. And I don't see why he won't do that again this year. And then getting Juju Smith, I would rather have Juju Smith-Schuster than Gronk because I don't value tight end as much as I value a flex. And Juju Smith-Schuster is my flex. So that's my thoughts on it.
All right, so I'm gonna carve out a solid 30 seconds to a minute here. Do a little ad / plea to the fantasy gods. I legitimately have 5 top 20 running backs for this week, according to the ESPN rankings. I can only play 3 of them, and my team fucking sucks. So there's an opportunity for somebody here to get some value. In particular, I'm looking to trade a certain Mr. Jordan Howard, considering I'm starting 2 Chicago Bears, and that freaks the hell out of me. So I need some receiver help. I am soliciting all offers. I've tried a couple times, and people have been unwilling. Actually, as I'm looking right now, Max, would you like to do some live negotiating on air? Maybe work out a little deal here?
Were you already going for Juju Smith-Schuster or something
No.
like that?
What about a little Mike Evans, Jordan Howard swap?
Fuck no.
Top 10 receiver for a top 10 running back.
Okay, a top 3 receiver for a top 10.
He's not
running
a
back.
top 3 receiver. You're
He's
so
third.
Yeah.
He's third.
yeah. Through 3 games, Charles. 3 games.
360 yards and
3
3 touchdowns.
games.
So I would do David Johnson for Mike Evans, maybe.
Oh my God, you are so full of crap. So
Also,
So,
I will
hold on,
say,
hold on.
I'm not Rick here.
to the league, are you saying that Mike Evans is better than Antonio Brown?
This year, yes.
Are you saying Mike Evans is better than Julio Jones?
This year, yes.
Are you saying Mike Evans is better than Odell Beckham?
I would say
Yes.
this year. I would say Michael Thomas is better than Mike Evans.
Oh my
That's
God.
that's the only definitive person
All
I
right.
would say. First. And
Well,
then,
then-
maybe.
Then let me
Tyler-
look at your team and see who's been bad through 3 weeks, and I'll get them for cheap.
Exactly.
Hold
no.
on.
What? But you can't say Julio though, because like
You just did.
I know. But I'm saying you can't think that reasonably that he's a top 3 receiver in
All right.
fantasy.
So I'm looking at your team here.
You're looking for a Deion Lewis.
No, I'm thinking maybe Russell Wilson for Andy Dalton. You in for
Ooh.
that, Max? I mean, based on your logic.
Well, I was going to help you out here. So for anyone that might be interested in Jordan Howard, he's playing the Bucs this week. Really nice matchup. So, but not for me. You need to be talking to who's high. Honestly, you still may want to talk to Tilka.
I would try to talk to Jared.
Tilka's
He
got
needs running backs.
Tilka has like the only reason why our trade was able to work is because Tilka has insane depth. Like, let me pull up his team real quick.
Max is
He has-
basically just Jared, but the media likes him.
Tilka has, and like I know you're gonna laugh at it. I mean, like I don't know. I think that Calvin Ridley is pretty valuable this year. I think that Sammy Watkins is gonna have a decent year, and also Amari Cooper. Like I know he's like a fucking hit or miss prospect, but like John Gruden's in the past has always had a number 1 receiver that's dominated. I almost traded for Cooper today because I do believe in him. But I don't know. Like I feel like those are all guys you can get for reasonable prices. I think Tilka's got insane depth. So
I am always just wildly impressed with Max's ability to contradict his own argument within the span of 30 seconds, saying that Mike Evans is a number 3 receiver, and then Amari Cooper, who's currently ranked 61 for the season, is worth Jordan Howard.
yeah, because you're just going off past stuff. I'm going off like what I think going forward.
No, you're not. Okay, whatever.
I mean,
whatever.
I can think whatever I want. I can think CJ Beathard is going to be a fucking QB1, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean I'm right.
Like Isaiah Crowell is 8th.
Start him,
overall
see what
draft.
happens, Craig.
So should I take like a fucking elite receiver for him? I don't think anyone's going to offer that. I mean, y'all fucking laughed at me for the Isaiah Crowell and like Gronk for Dalvin Cook. So like,
Well, I
and
mean,
now look at it.
based on your recent fantasy track record, I think we should all be laughing at you.
Okay.
Savage.
Well, hey, who took the fucking loss last week? That's right. Fucking. But anyways,
Last I
enough-
checked, I haven't registered for the ACT in 10 years, so I'm good there.
This ad has been going way too long. With like, I don't know what this is, but let's go ahead and move on to our
Craig,
next.
what trades do you want? You've been quiet.
I'm not too upset with my team right now. I
That was waiver wire person you wanted.
Yeah, my waiver wire for Mike Williams went through, so that was pretty great. What I need more than anything is just these motherfuckers to play to what I think they're worth, because they all suck, and I think they're better than that. So, I'm definitely interested in trading like I have a ton of RB2s, but no really good ones. So possibly swapping one of them for maybe a lower tier flex.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't really need any trades for my team. I know. I think Jared and Preston need to get some shit done.
Yeah.
I know Jared's high on Patrick Mahomes, and he needs to sell Aaron Rodgers. And Preston, I guess, is.
Yeah.
I don't know why Preston didn't take the trade he posted in the group me. I thought it was fair enough. But
See, like, the natural trade is me giving a running back for Jared's quarterback, but I have Breeze, who apparently decided he's now 2012 Breeze, so I don't need a quarterback anymore.
Breeze fucking single-handedly almost got you the win. I mean, he was amazing. 2 rushing touchdowns.
40 points, and I still lost.
Yeah. I will say, someone I previously tried to trade with this year, I tried to trade with Kevin. I was kind of interested in trying to get Leonard Fournette, although he does have the bulky hamstring. Yeah, just buy, like, good luck trying to, if you're trying to
is that
buy.
why you wanted him? You were like, hey, we have something in common.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But if you're trying to pry him away, good luck, because he's very high on him. So,
Even though he hasn't played
I
the
mean,
last
he's a
2
Jags
weeks.
that's why,
fan, so,
yeah.
yeah.
And that was before he sat out a second straight game. So,
You're retarded, Kevin.
All right.
Well, again, I don't know what Krebs offered. Krebs might have been like,
I'll tell you what I offered. I offered Gronk and Crowell, but he didn't take it. So,
You offered Gronk and
I mean,
Crowell for Fournette?
almost like people don't believe in Crowell. And yet everyone's now telling me that Crowell's so good. Like, and I'm just like, no, now that I've traded him.
I'm not defending you giving up Crowell. I'm saying I'm attacking you for giving up Michael Thomas and Rob Gronkowski. I told you the Crowell for carry on. Yeah, you probably won that, but everything else in that trade you lost. That's my opinion.
I think Juju's more valuable than Gronk, but Dan.
Well, we'll see. I mean, as I said in the group, shout out Tilka for apparently being the god of fantasy all of a sudden with his in-depth, nuanced analysis.
Yeah, he's got some kind of spreadsheet up there in Huntsville.
It's all the NASA stuff. All right, so we only have roughly 10 minutes left. I know we agreed before the podcast to not go over last week's results. So we'll just jump in straight to week 4.
We did. That's bullshit.
Yeah, we did. You must have forgot.
Oh, is that right? We don't want to talk about your
No.
matchup?
Nothing
Okay,
happened.
okay.
Nothing happened. On to week 4. On to Seattle.
Honestly, yeah.
All right, starting off, we have a barn burner of a matchup. The Wick-Jared clash of a combined 0-6 record here.
The craziest part about this matchup is that one of these teams has to win.
Which one is
That's not
Kansas?
true.
Which one is
That's
Rutgers?
not fucking true. We can absolutely have a trade. I'm the fucking master of, that's a trade? I mean tie. I'm the master of ties this year. I already got 2 in wins pool. I don't see why we can't have another one here. What are the projections saying?
93.3, 94.5.
It's pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just quick glancing at this one right now. I'm looking at Jared's bench right now, and I'm just seeing a bunch of Q's no's. Like, Joe Mixon out, Doug Baldwin questionable. Let's be honest, he's out. Rodgers is questionable. Obviously, he's going to play. Marquise Goodwin, I don't even know why he still has him. Oh, maybe he's hoping that he gets traded. And Jay Ajayi, you could probably attempt. Is he going to play? I don't even know.
He might play.
Okay.
So.
Well, right now he's playing Alfred Morris and Tevin Coleman, and he's flexing Demaryius Thomas. And then Wick currently has David Johnson, Jordan Howard, and Alex Collins. And so that means he's leaving Marshawn Lynch on his bench against the Browns and Chris Carson against the Cardinals, who apparently the Cardinals have one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL.
Yeah,
so.
I may have to start Carson, but I don't know who to bench. I mean, probably Collins against the Steelers, but their defense sucks too.
Yeah, and like the Ravens want to run the ball. Jordan Howard, even though they love to run the ball, well, I don't know because the Bucs.
I mean, honestly, I might bench David Johnson this week. He's playing the Seahawks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That wouldn't hurt.
Honestly, it sucks if we have to say that too, because David Johnson's had some good games against Seattle.
Yeah.
I remember we had him a couple years ago. Well, anyways, this will be close matchup. I like this one to end in a tie. Because fuck, one of y'all getting a win.
But hold on, Max. The tiebreaker is bench points, and Jared has 6 out of 7 guys on the injury list.
Yeah, but I just feel like Aaron Rodgers will go off for like 45 just to equal your bench.
All right, expect a big week from Rodgers and a really shitty week from whoever's on my bench, apparently. All right,
All
moving on. Second matchup: Baxter Craig. Baxter's 3-0. Craig's 2-1, but Craig is currently a 6-point favorite. Interestingly enough, both these teams have a projected total lower than both Jared and I.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm gonna say real quick. I have not put in my ideal starters or whatever ESPN would call it, my ideal lineup, because I think their projections are crap. Mike Williams is going up against San Francisco, who just lost Richard Sherman, and I mean he's averaged double digits the last 3 games, and yet they have him projected for like 6 points. That's the one thing I'll get into. Specifically with my lineup, I think I'm projected for like 93 or 94, but I honestly think I have a good chance to score high 90s, low hundreds again, just because I think Mike Williams does more than we think.
Well, and you got Melvin Gordon against the Niners, which is also a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this about Baxter. I know this is just off memory, but I think he's been projected to lose every game this year. But here he is at 3-0.
Yeah, he probably has.
I don't really think his team is that good. I just think that when you have Todd Gurley, it's hard to lose.
He has, Stafford, Gurley, and Hill are definitely his workhorses. He still has Charles fucking Clay. Listen to Charles Clay this year? 0 points, 2.9, 1.8.
Yeah,
Still starting for Baxter.
And
just because start him, it's gonna be the week he goes off.
And in spite of that, I still pick Baxter to win because Craig is employing Wick's strategy of starting 2 Chicago Bears, which from personal experience tends to fail miserably.
Except I'm not starting the shitty Chicago Bears. I'm starting Khalil Mack and their bomb-ass kicker.
Ooh, good point. So you're actually starting 12 Chicago Bears, even worse. Good
Lots
call,
of Bears.
Craig. You played yourself.
Lots of Bears.
Meanwhile, Baxter has 3
Lots of Bears.
Rams. So by Thursday night, we should have a good idea of what this game's going to do.
Yeah.
3.
He has Cooper Kupp, Rams D, and Todd Gurley.
Oh, the Rams D.
And Craig has golf, actually.
I do have golf.
I think that Cooper Kupp is one of those guys that I look at, and I'm like, I would never start that guy unless it was a bye week. But if you actually look at the numbers, he's pretty solid. And Kenny Galladay's not bad.
Fun
either.
fact, if you include Craig's 2 starting Chargers, these teams are combining for 6 Los Angeles players.
Yeah.
The Chargers are in San Diego.
Nope,
Should we do this?
Too soon.
it's 2016,
It's all-
Craig. All right, moving
another
on
matchup.
to game
Run out
3.
time.
We have the Luke Evan matchup, another 3-0 versus 2-1 team. These are 2 pretty solid teams here. Evan's projected for just over 100. Luke's at over 98, leaving Evan a 2-point favorite.
And one quick thing about EB's team, I don't really love this team. Like, I feel like he just, I could be wrong, but I feel like he goes up against people and they suck. Like, they just stink. Because he did mention something in the group me about it. He's like, I just play a schedule in front of me or something like that. I remember it being really funny. But I don't know. I mean, Julio Jones, since game 1, really has been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins has been not as good as normal this year, but those are definitely a strength of his team. Carlos Hyde being the nice surprise. But Lamar Miller has been shit this year. And LaShawn McCoy, I don't know. I'm look at his point totals this year.
Evan is
Not
Evan
good.
is second to last in points against, but he has 300 points for, so it's not like he's
No, he hasn't been terrible, but
but
He's also
he is playing teams at their worst.
and he has
So-
Fitzpatrick going against the Bears, so we'll see if Fitzmagic will last another week. We'll see about that. And then you got Luke, obviously. He's got Saquon, James Conner, who James Conner I think is kind of coming down to earth a little bit. So
See, the thing about I was talking to someone today about this is James Conner, his rushing totals are coming down, but he's still producing in the passing game, so that's why his point totals are always going to be
yeah, they haven't been garbage, but to be fair, before he got those last couple of runs in that Monday night game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that too. He was he might have been 13 for 30 or something, and then he had 2 big rushes, and he finished 15 for 61. So
Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Luke Scramall tonight. Hope you're doing
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so she's got to be like 110?
I mean,
she's one of the
at least.
ancients.
Is it one of the shit, dude? So he is starting George Kittle, which is interesting because I don't know if you heard the news or not. Jimmy G, he might not be playing this week, but
Who?
updates. Yeah, Jimmy G might be out this week. Big news. You heard it here first.
All right. Moving on to our next game, Kevin versus Tilka. Kevin, surprisingly, is a more than 10-point favorite in this one.
And it's weird because I'm pretty sure the Panthers are on bye, which means that McCaffrey's not even playing. Isn't that his best player, probably? I don't know. Maybe Zeke.
McCaffrey is, yes, on Kevin's bench.
Yeah, he's got Fournette playing, but he's still listed as questionable. I don't know. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the year when I did the post draft analysis. I mean, Kevin's team is basically it lives by the 3 running backs of Zeke, Fournette, and McCaffrey. And with Fournette missing a couple weeks and Zeke not getting as many carries, that's probably why he's 1-2. So he's got a good team. I don't know why he still keeps starting David Njoku. Like he needs to fucking drop him. I don't know with Baker. Baker might start throwing to him. So I don't know. Maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Big week for buys, by the way, for this matchup. 3 players for each team in buys, even though I think there's only 2 NFL teams on buy, if that's correct.
Yeah.
Oh, big breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Dun-dun-dun.
Tilka has changed his name to Ridley Me This.
That's pretty good.
I just noticed it, so
I approve.
a nice change up, and it wasn't trash. It could have been a lot worse.
5 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean it's not amazing, but at least he has the damn player,
I
right?
mean-
And speaking of Ridley, he is starting him this week as his flex. So
Carry on my wayward son is still out there for him if he wants.
I have carry on.
Not quite yet, Max. Trade's not through.
Oh, that's true. So that's what I was going to ask about because this is probably going to affect how he sets his lineup. What are we going to do? I don't really care either way. I'm okay waiting, but
So, I think we just need to get a formal league decision on here. I'm actually good with it. I have to go play with the settings, though. What I'd like to do is just set the trade window to 24 hours. So,
Yeah.
ideally, everyone gets 24 hours to veto or start throwing shit in the group me if they want. And then that would give us basically most of the Wednesday day every week to kind of debate trades. And then as long as you accept before Wednesday at 8 p.m. or whatever it is, then they would go through. I'm cool with manually accepting this week if the league is in favor of making that permanent, but I don't want to just do a one-time thing.
yeah, I agree. I think it has to be consistent.
Yeah.
But that'll be a discussion for the group meeting tomorrow after everyone listens to the podcast. They got to listen in first.
Of course.
They can't think for themselves. We got to think.
All right, we're
So-
almost at 30 minutes. Let's go on to our last game here. It's going to be Max versus Preston. In this one, Max is a 6.8 point favorite.
And obviously, some of those projections do decide on the decision we're going to make tomorrow. I like Preston to get his W in this one only because I kind of have a reputation for talking trash to somebody in the group me and then just getting it fucking backfired on me. So I feel like I'm expecting a very hot group me message from Preston sometime on Sunday.
Well, I actually like Max in this matchup because I think, Michael Thomas has been getting a lot of targets. Rob Gronkowski, he probably bounces. Oh, wait.
We don't know. They might be on my team this week.
Ooh. Isaiah Crowell is pretty solid.
Yeah, but guess who OBJ's going up against? The Saints, baby. The Saints.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but in 2 years, the Saints went from trash to amazing to trash again. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa. It's like a
It's
Whatever.
almost like the running game last year disguised how bad their defense
Good
was.
point, Max. Seems like I should delay this trade till next week so you don't get that OBJ versus the Saints matchup.
But I'll still get my Michael Thomas versus the Giants. So it's like
I'd take that over the Saints D right now.
I think that this week for sure OBJ will outscore Michael Thomas. But that's only because of like the defense he's going against. I mean, it's just OBJ might get 3 touchdowns.
To me, I think the big story in this matchup continues to be how long Preston can hold off Dalvin Cook from the Vultures, who keep circling him every other day.
I think the other big matchup is how long can Preston keep Des fucking Bryant on his bench when he still hasn't signed? Come on, Preston, make a fucking move!
Breaking news! Rashard Matthews for the Titans quit today. He quit the team.
He just signed an extension.
I know. He quit the team. So
I don't
maybe
believe
that's
you.
playing some cards. I don't know. But it happened. That's all I know. So,
He asked for a release.
yeah, he said he didn't like the amount of playing time and targets he's been getting, but I don't think he understands that the Tennessee's just had a nightmare quarterback situation this year. Mariota hurt his elbow, couldn't play. Gabbert came in, was awful. Then he got hurt. Mariota came back in, couldn't throw. He had to run every play against the Jags. Yeah, no receiver is going to get targets. They can't throw the ball. Just be patient. That's all I got.
Wait, breaking news according to the Reddit NFL subreddit, Rashard Matthews is no longer with the Tennessee Titans.
Yes, that's what I
Apparently
said.
it's beyond asking, it's done.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, he sent a text to like the Tennessean or something like that. Basically, like the Titans acknowledged it or something, and they I guess they granted him his release.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he posted on Instagram confirming it too.
Yeah, he had a picture with his family. He's like hanging out with these people unless someone wants to call to get me off the couch. How much money is he walking away from? That's my question.
Like $8 million.
Yeah, man. Like, fuck. He really must have hated it on that team. Look, if I cared about stats, I wouldn't be happy in the team either. But that's just who the Titans are.
Yeah, well,
So-
hey, I mean, I think it sounds like it's time for Jared to maybe do a little ad drop. Maybe switch out Aaron Rodgers for a certain Marcus Mariota. Seems pretty wise to me.
Yeah. A lot of rushing yards right there. So,
All right.
That's it this week.
We are way over time. What's the last word, Greg?
Shit, I got nothing. Give it a Krebs.
Krebs.
Well, the extra time we got is bonus time for the lack of podcasts from last week or 2 weeks ago. I start to forget. It all runs together. But, like Wick mentioned earlier, look for a copy of the Forbidden podcast to come out in like 10 years. So, on vinyl.
All right, and with that, we are done. Don't forget, drop any Cincinnati Bengals you have, and you will reap the rewards. Have a good week. Peace.